Are we really brothers?
Brothers in Cursive.
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 Are we really brothers?
What'd you tell him?
Yeah. Brothers in cursive.
David
William Montgomery.
Brothers in Cursive.
Brothers in cursive.
Hey, this is REDBAN coming to you live from DEATHSQUAD Studios for a brand new episode of Brothers in Cursive. We got David Lucas and William Montgomery here.
Yeah, and we got the great Duncan Trussell.
Hello.
What's up, man?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah,
Thanks for having
man.
me.
Used to be the talent coordinator at the Comedy Store.
Yes. Yeah.
My new job for the first time in 7 years.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's got to feel weird, being a brilliantly funny comedian, doing like the classic thing, which is to be the door guy for a little bit.
I love it. You know, we got 2 new door guys, so I'm no longer the new guy.
Right.
I'm able to tell them what to do now.
Yeah.
So,
But you're getting like, so I remember the difference between when I became the talent coordinator and when I was the cover booth guy, I don't think I did door a few times, but the difference between the way comedians treated me between being the door guy and then when I became the talent coordinator, it was the funniest shit that ever happened to me. Because comedians would just, it's a tradition to shit on the new door guy.
Right.
And I knew that. I wasn't butthurt over it, but it was like brutal. Like the brutality, and you would just accept it. Oh, this is part of the system. But the moment I became the talent coordinator,
things changed.
oh, everyone was nice to me in the most extreme. Well, I mean, these were people like the day before. I can't remember which comic. The day before, I think I can't remember which comic it was, but I can't remember. I'm not gonna say it. But I remember the day before he I don't even know what I did, but he gave me this hard stare and was like, "Don't look at me like that." And was serious.
Damn.
And then the next day, he was calling to congratulate me and shit. I would never take spots away from a comic if they were a dick to me, because that's not okay.
Right.
Because comics are often assholes. That can't have anything to do with whether you're funny or not.
Right.
But they were worried I was going to get vengeful, which is what happens at the Comedy Store.
So you were pre-Tommy, right?
Pre-Tommy.
Yeah.
But God help the Comedy Store if you get a vengeful talent coordinator, because it's fucked, because then things get weird. It should only be based on if you're funny or not.
Right.
How long were you the talent coordinator?
2 years, maybe a year and a half, I think.
How did that go? Did you like it?
Oh no, I hated it. I
Really?
mean, well, because at the time I was a young comedian, but I was even more insecure than I am now. And, when you're the talent coordinator, there was a preconceived notion. Before I got the job as the talent coordinator, Don Barris, who at the time I didn't understand, and I was I didn't like, it's not that I didn't trust him, but he's such a true comic, such a prankster, such a Loki figure, chaos machine.
Right.
That I was uncertain about him, but I remember he, in a really sweet gesture, took me to Carney's right before I became the talent coordinator and said, "Man, you're a comic. If you become the talent coordinator, no one's ever going to respect you as a comic. That's it. Once you become the talent, what do you see talent coordinators doing stand-up here?
No.
No.
That's true.
You'll never get spots here. You'll never be able to perform."
Wow.
And I was like, is he fucking with me? But I needed the job too. I just needed money.
Right.
So I took the job, and I did. So I liked the job. I liked working with Mitzi, but it was, very anxiety.
Oh, so you got to. I met her once, but she was already sick. Because I didn't come to LA until 2009, which I believe was that already Tommy's.
Tom, no.
You were still there?
I was still there, man. When did Tom? I was there in 2009. Damn, time's weird here.
Yeah, because I was thinking, wait, I've been here for 15 years though, and I don't remember you being the talent coordinator.
Yeah, I don't remember you I don't remember you when I first started showing up at. Bro, it took me.
Must have been Tommy's age then.
It took me a year to get on stage at the Comedy Store, not because of any reason. I was just so terrified. Even though I felt like I was here a whole 8-9 months before I actually touched any stage in LA.
Wow.
Yeah.
What were you doing?
Bruh, I would go to I would actually pay to go to comedy shows to just watch. I don't know why I was so terrified. I felt like you it's I could put it in football terms, you do well in high school, but then when you go to college, everybody is good. And I felt like I was in college now. I had moved from Atlanta, so I was now in LA, and the thing that really shot me down was that made me this insecure within myself. I went to I won't name the club, that'll be bad, but I went to a club. It's in Hollywood, and I had just I was a writer and a performer on the MTV Yo Mama show. So I was like, oh, okay, you know, I was big shit in Atlanta. I can go over there and, you know, flex a little muscle and get on stage. So I went to a club, and I asked to speak to whoever was in charge for booking, and it wasn't a comedy store, I'll say that. I went and I asked to speak to whoever was in booking, and I was like, hey, yeah, what's up, man? I just did a writing job. I was on the MTV Yo Mama show. I'm trying to see what I can do to get some spots here. And then the guy started laughing. I was like, what the fuck? And he's like, you see that guy?
Richard Martinez?
Yeah, Richard Martinez. And he's like, you see that guy over there? He's not even getting up, and he got his own TV show.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn.
That is what it's like.
This is L.A. All
Brutal.
Right. Yeah.
Brutal.
Brutal as fuck, man.
Brutal. You see many people at the Comedy Store, they've just come in from New York, they've just come in from wherever, and they are funny. You're funny. You knew you were funny. You were funny then, you're funny now.
Right.
But it's the system to get to the point where you can go up here.
You want me to... I'll say this, bro. There's nothing like hard work.
Right.
When I made up in my mind that I was going to consistently go to the Comedy Store, that's when I started getting spots and got offered the job.
Right.
I made up in my mind that Mondays was going to be dedicated to Potluck and Kill Tony. And when I did that, 4 or 5 months later, I became a regular on Kill. I started consistently going to the Comedy Store in May. Adam gave me my first family and friends spot in June. And then I believe I got on Kill Tony in September or October. Wow. So I think it's all about consistency. Yes. And also, you just got to be ready when, you know, if you stay ready, you don't got to get ready.
That's right. You have to make the decision.
Yeah.
That's all. Once you make once you make a decision, you're done. That's why you can relax. You know, like a lot of times if you're anxious, it's because you haven't made some decision.
Right.
Once you make it in your mind, you'll know you made it because you chill out.
Exactly.
Which is kind of dark. Because, you know, like people who decide to kill themselves, they relax too. You know, it's similar to that. But it's like any big decision like what you did, when you decide you're going to do it, you're going to do it no matter what. And especially with comedy, it's got to be like that. Because if you got a back door, if you're kind of, you know, pretending you want to do it, but you're not willing to, like, in the earlier days of it, I remember thinking, oh, I'll just die doing this, I guess. I'll just be broke and fucked and
How long have you been doing comedy?
15 to 17 years. I was trying to calculate it earlier today, actually, about 17 years. Yeah, and I just love it, but sometimes I hate it. But in the beginning, I really was just came to this point of like, oh yeah, this is what I want to do.
Do you feel like when you were talent coordinator, could you see through bullshit comedians? Because I can see through bullshit comedians.
Well, I used to think I could do that because I would sit with Mitzi, and she would pass people, and I would think to myself, man, I don't think this person's funny. I don't really like their material. It's not making me laugh.
What did she see? What was she seeing?
Well, I don't know what the fuck she was looking for, but I know that most of the time, in a few years, that comic that my dumbass, who P.S. even at the time was definitely not as funny as some of the comics I was judging. At least I didn't have the material and I certainly hadn't put my ass on the like some of them had. But in a few years, you see them and they're just slaughtering rooms. And then a few more years, you see them and they're like, becoming famous. And so I don't know. I think that was like her talent is she saw that, you know. So
she saw it before, or maybe she saw the work ethic.
I don't think she saw I don't know what it was. And, you know, I go back and forth with like, well, you know, if you have a club on the Sunset Strip, and you just roll the dice on anybody coming to perform, they're already going to be something because they're crazy enough to be there. Right. But she was very consistent in her decision. So I used to think that.
Do you think talent can be forced upon people? Like, I know there's a lot of comedians that the general population doesn't like, but they feel like the media may have forced them on us. I'll say, for instance, I would say mine is Kevin Hart. I don't feel like we naturally chose Kevin Hart. I feel like he was forced on us.
Yeah. You know, I have gone through phases of thinking about this. And now I think because I have a kid or I'm just getting old, my feeling with it is whoever the fuck is making it work out here, amazing. Mm-hmm. I don't like a lot of music. I don't like a lot of types of art. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to be like, I hope this doesn't seem like I'm like negging what you're saying, because I'm not. I don't know. I'm at the point now where I have no fucking idea, because I like the Grateful Dead.
Right.
Me too, love them.
Ah!
Have you ever seen a Grateful Shred?
No, what's that?
Wonderful cover band out here.
But
highly recommend.
Let me
them.
ask you this. How many times have you been made fun of for liking the Grateful Dead?
I used to go to a Hispanic club a bunch, got a bunch of shit talk there. Actually, that's where I got Lyme's disease.
Oh, no shit. You got Lyme's disease just from the judgment of... what I mean is like, man, I don't know, man. Like, the problem is, comedy in particular, what's so cool about it is you'll see a comedian sucking shit on stage for 3 years straight, where you're looking at... I used to work at the cover booth, and I would see comics. I'd be like, why are you doing this to yourself? Why? Like, I would see comedians bomb consistently over and over and over again, act like they weren't bombing. And, like, just be like, what are you doing? This is killing you. It's killing us. Why are you hurting yourself like this? And then all of a sudden... It clicks. And it's like, what the fuck? Who is this new person? You know, it's like getting around that corner.
Right.
So now I'm at the point where it's like, fuck, I don't know. Whatever the comic is I'm judging, maybe they're not around the corner yet.
Right.
You know what I mean? They might turn the corner. But goddamn, before you turn the corner... When I was in the cover booth, I saw...
What is that? Is that a comedy place right
That's the Comedy Store. That's where you take the ticket. That's where you sell tickets.
Okay.
So if you work in the box office, you got to watch every night, every show. And I would see comics that got, and I'm not being hyperbolic, 0 laughs. They would go on stage, and nobody would laugh, and they'd get off stage, and nobody would laugh. It's a comedy club. And they're eating fucking like you've never seen anything like it in your life. Where you start like going crazy, so you start doing the thing where you entertain the idea like maybe they're performance artists.
Right?
Is this high art? Maybe they're like, you know what I mean?
Maybe they're a poet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You start pretending just to save yourself from like the dark horror of like somebody would just shove their head into this grinder night after night. You know, and some of those comics, P.S. they didn't turn the corner.
Right.
They just stayed sucking.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, it's so crazy, man, because comics are now looking to me like I'm that next guy. You know what I'm saying? So
you probably are.
Yeah. I mean, I don't doubt it, you know, but I'm just not self-indulged. But a lot of people come to me for advice, and I'm like, bro, I really don't fucking know. All I can tell you is write and fucking perform. Write and perform, and record every set. Listen to it as many times as you can, because I do that. And
do you do that? Do you ever do it? Do you record yourself?
I record every set.
Do you listen to it?
No.
See, neither do I.
I listen to mine.
I probably should.
That to me is the difference, though, between like a certain type of like you know, man. When I am P.S. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
That really messed
going.
me up.
I'm sorry. That was rude.
I lost my train of thought.
I was gonna tell you. I saw you I saw you roasting that poor dude, and I was like, I got really excited, man, because like, I was telling my wife, I'm like, fuck, that guy's so funny.
Yeah.
He's so, which is why I came up to you and I was like, do my podcast, because I'm like, whoa, man, that's like funny, and
right.
You know, and
right. Me and Duncan talked for like an hour and a half that night.
Yeah.
When was this?
This was probably about a month ago.
It was a Kill Tony. We just stumbled. I don't remember why we were there, but we just came in and we got lucky and sat down. You come on stage. Whoever this guy is who's on the panel, you told me later someone told you he's a roast comic.
Oh, Andrew Schultz.
Yes. And you got confused about who it was.
Oh, he's talking about when I roasted Adam Ray. I thought Adam Ray. Yeah.
You got tired.
Yeah. I thought Adam Ray was Andrew Schultz. Yeah.
So like I'm watching you, and from the audience's perspective, you're brutalizing this guy who is just basically being really sweet. He was authentically confused about why you decided to rain fire on him. So he's like looking up at you with this like confused look, but you kept you kept attacking him long enough, but you were doing it in this way, backing off a little bit.
Right.
Where I kept looking. I was like, my wife and I were looking at each other like, why is he doing this to this nice man?
And me and Adam Ray are now friends. They were signed to the same management.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, but I be having my white comedians confused. I'm getting better with it now.
Yeah.
I just was oblivious to comedians in general, unless you were like Patrice O'Neal or Red Fox. I was just oblivious. When I started working at the Comedy Store, I asked Anthony Jeselnik for his ID. Oh, God. And now I know who he is. You know, I was just oblivious to comedians.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
I just didn't know. So people were like, when Andrew Schultz gets on, he gonna tear your ass up. So I don't know how I thought Adam Ray was Andrew Schultz, but anyway, I was like, if he's this nice, I'm not going to give him an opportunity to hit me first. I'm going to hit him first.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was definitely some kind of crazy prison fight ethic shit. Oh my God, this is fucked up.
Yeah.
But that oblivious thing you're talking about, I was oblivious like that, but I was the talent coordinator. So imagine that, not knowing any real like comedy history or anything, but you're also, so like, I had so many embarrassing moments. Like,
speaking of embarrassing, Don Barris, you mentioned him earlier.
Yeah.
He didn't know who Michael Che was last night.
Oh, wow.
That was the funniest shit.
That's hilarious.
Because, you know, Don Barris does his shit every night.
Yeah.
And Michael Che came on stage. He's like, who is this motherfucker? Get him off the stage.
Oh, that's so funny. That's so weird because he works at Kimmel. With Barris, man.
I don't think Michael Che's been on Kimmel.
Barris is the mythological embodiment of comedy to me. Like
he's a character. I enjoy interacting.
He's the archetype of the trickster. So I don't know. To this day, I have no idea. Like anything he's doing, I don't know. I do trust it now because it's like it's whatever it is based on being funny. But I can't remember it's an old school SNL comic, really good at impressions. He came in to
Jeff Richards.
Not Richards. It was pre-Richards. He has blonde hair. I can't remember.
Daryl Hammond.
Yeah. So okay, this is an example.
Look at REDBAN.
So this SNL actor has come to do a showcase at the Comedy Store in the OR. His name is Daryl Hammond. Great. So I go in the main room prior to this showcase, and there's a dude sitting there smoking. And I walk up to him like, hey, excuse me, sir, you can't smoke in here. And he's like, well, I got to perform in the OR, man. And it's fucking Daryl Hammond. I'm like, I didn't know it was. I just thought it was like, you know, a semi-depressed looking guy sitting back there glumly smoking. I was so embarrassed.
That's some shit I'll do.
Yeah, it was humiliating, you know, because you should know. We should know these things. But yeah, I know what you mean, man. I wish. I'm not having to learn. I'm forced to learn because, like you said, you don't want to look like an idiot in front of comedians asking them for their ID. Right.
It happened like 5-6 times to me, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to learn these comedians on purpose. Comedians that I see on the lineup, I'm gonna now Google them.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, a fucking Josh Wolf walk up to me. I'm supposed to know a Josh Wolf. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
I agree, man. It's like, who are you even supposed... To me, that was one of the remarkable things about working in the cover booth or being the door guy, is like you would have comics come up who had such an incredibly inflated sense of their own fame. Right. That they would expect you to know who they are. Yeah.
Calm down, buddy.
It's like, relax, man. I don't know every fucking artist. I don't know every comic. And are you so insecure that my lack of knowledge regarding you is going to make you angry?
Right.
What kind of hell are you in, man? Do you walk, you know what I mean? Like, what satanic world do you live in that you think everyone should know who you are?
Exactly. See, that's the thing that I hate about, like, that's the part that I hate about the whole celebrity. You know, it's like, you're supposed to get this special treatment. Like, stores are supposed to stay open later for you. Yeah. Fucking everybody's supposed to turn and look when you walk in a restaurant. Like, fuck, I don't like being bothered now. Yeah. So when I'm on a level to where everybody recognizes me, I'll be coming into stores with hats, sunglasses, maybe even a fucking fake mustache. Who knows? You know, like,
that's what I definitely don't understand like some people. As an example, I'm not going to say who it is, but somebody's always I hates being bothered all the time. And every time they're at the airport, I'm always like, why don't you just wear a hat? Or why don't you put on sunglasses? Like, no. And I'm like, well, you kind of want that then, right. But you're acting like you don't want it. I don't get that shit.
Well, it's a game, right? Yeah. It's like there's actually in relationships, this often happens where incredibly needy people will get involved with people who are like really closed off, and so the closed off people get off on the needy person, trying to get their attention. So it produces this sick like BDSM thing, which I think is what a lot of
Welcome to my world.
Is that what you're into?
Welcome to my world.
Which where do you land on that? Are you the insecure one or are you the closed off one?
I am the closed off one. I actually, talking about celebrity stuff, I was actually in a USA network show called Rescue 911. Got me a lot of fame, got me a lot of money. And when I walk into restaurants or what have you, people recognize me.
What's Rescue 911? I don't mean that like
William Shatner?
No, Rescue 911. It was a thing.
That's William Shatner.
There was an ambulance at the beginning of it.
Google Rescue 911. That's William Shatner.
Yeah, I was in Rescue 911 20 years ago.
Bro, those are fucking movies of people getting rescued.
Were you rescued or rescued?
I was rescued.
Congratulations. I'm glad you made it out, man.
I was rescued. It was a hard time. It was in Phoenix, Arizona.
This was my show back in the day, bro. They showed a picture when it first come on. The dude's getting rescued by a helicopter out of a river.
Classic Rescue 911.
There it is. I love this.
Oh, help.
William Shatner.
Somebody help my
There
son.
I was.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see me?
Yeah.
That's me on the ground.
Oh, I thought you were
That's me on the ground.
Look at this. It's old as fuck, bro.
Oh, yeah, William Shatner. I didn't know that.
There it is. The
Arnold Shapiro.
Mr. Shapiro, God rest his soul.
God rest his soul.
Rest in peace.
This is what I want to talk about, man. I just thought of something, dude. Have you seen this, REDBAN? And this is a thing, like, I've got a pretty strong stomach at this point for looking at shit on the internet, but I literally saw the worst thing I've ever seen.
What?
Last night.
what is it?
Have you seen the video of the Mexican mafia holding the dude down while a pit bull chews off his dick?
Yes, I saw that shit.
Oh, my gosh.
No, don't play that shit, bro.
Is that a live leak? How'd you see it?
It was on Reddit, Morbid Reality. Don't show it. I will not. Don't look. Don't, man. I'm telling you.
But he was a rapist. He deserves it.
We don't know.
I used to get on Reddit, watch people die. Now it's a quarantine subreddit or something.
Are you watching it?
No,
Don't
I'm
watch
not
it.
gonna
Don't
watch it.
watch
I'm not
it.
gonna
You
watch
already watched. I saw the look on your face.
It's a blurred photo of the video.
Dude, it is. I've never seen. Last night, I don't even know why I started watching. I'm like, why are you gonna watch
And you kept
this?
watching it? Man, I keep
kept
watching.
Yeah, you
watching.
can't stop. Once you get in, you can't stop.
You're locked in, man.
Did you see the one where the Mexican cartel assassinated the women?
No.
Like, they made them get on their knees and say something in Spanish because what the fuck did they do? Did they steal money or steal drugs?
I'm sure
I've
whatever
seen
it
it where
was,
they
it
get
wasn't.
skinned alive. I've seen all kinds of
Well,
brutality.
To me, the dog chewing. There's two remarkable. I mean, there's a lot of remarkable aspects of the dog chewing the guy's dick off. I was like, why did I look? I don't want to ever see it again. It's like, yeah.
Talk about chewing.
Ay, 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 my penis. Ay, 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 get off me.
I wonder what they put. I wonder what they put on his dick to make the dog eat it.
But the
nothing.
creepy thing is the dog had the same look on its face. The dog
Like it was usual.
just eating lunch or
A
something.
dick eating dog.
The dog is just like, yeah, I'm eating a guy's dick. And the guy, this part that I can't get out of my head,
What?
is when the guy lifts his head up and looks down at a pit bull eating his own dick. And then you could see him being like, don't look. You shouldn't look. And he lays back down. And they're shoving towels in his mouth to keep him from screaming.
Wow.
It was
Oh my God!
a hell scene. Hell scene. I really wish I hadn't watched that.
Yeah, I stopped watching most of those kind of videos.
Me too.
I don't know how. Why'd you even like?
I used
You
to
watched
get
the
it-
whole thing.
I used to be in love with Rotten.com when I was a
Me
kid.
too.
I used to get on Ogreish. That was another
Me
one.
too. That was the one. I remember finding Ogrish for the first time and just like the sick, sinking horror when you look at like, oh yeah, that happens to people.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I get on Watch People Die for like 3 hours at a time. It'd just be like, what have I been doing?
Style project.
God.
What style project?
It was kind of like that back in the day. But you guys follow Nature is Metal on Instagram, I think it's called. That shit's still that's fucked up shit. Like there was a video of like a lizard and like a bird was eating a lizard's brain out, and while it was happening, the lizard was still alive. Like, are you eating my brain? Like it's just like that fucked up shit, you know?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
To me, of all the deaths, being eaten alive is the worst because you have a relationship with the thing killing you that lasts longer than it should last. You know, you got to you're looking at it. Like when you see the lions eating things, and at some point, like both the lion and the thing it's eating seem like they're catching a breath.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, okay, we're going to relax for a second. It's fucked up. You know, if you're going to die, you want the thing killing you to be invisible or fat.
Right. The shit.
Invisible.
One of the videos.
Like a ghost or
cancer.
One of the videos that fucked me up back in the day was this video of a soccer player getting killed, and he got like kicked in the head or the neck, and then his body was still like running while he was
I've
dead.
seen that one.
That shit is crazy.
I hate that. I hate that part where the body's still, you know, the momentum of that person's life is still going,
right?
But their soul's out of their body. But the android is like, I'm gonna keep.
In hope, I just pray to God they believed in Jesus, so they're up in heaven. I mean,
well, according to the Bible, nobody's in heaven except for the people that ascended with Jesus.
What are you talking about?
That is true.
They gotta wait for Judgment Day.
Yeah, you don't just.
When
get
is
in.
Judgment Day?
Soon.
Who knows?
Hey, William, you should ask Duncan about his religious beliefs.
What are you a Jesus guy or?
Am I a Jesus guy?
Yeah.
I don't like to think of myself as a Jesus guy more than I like to think of myself as Jesus Christ, the incarnate Messiah. I've come here to bring peace to the land. People like you, we call them mockers. We call them antagonists. And for a little while, we're letting you run rampant upon the earth to enjoy what you're doing.
Exactly.
But soon you will taste the sulfuric flavor of the flames of hell as they lap upon your face and brain. That beard will get immolated in the darkness of hell. But for now, no, I do come into this dimension from time to time to hang out with people like you, and enjoy the feeling of the superiority that you have, knowing that soon you're going to be in the gnashing, fanged mouths of a million worms,
fangs, demons.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm not. I love Jesus, though. I look at it as like if we interpret the thing literally, you know, you're going to run into some problems. But I would imagine. Thank you so much. I would imagine that's not the best way to interpret that stuff is literally. I always think it's funny when either fundamentalists get in arguments with literal, you know, fundamentalist Christians get in arguments with like atheists. And that's the funny. Both sides are hilarious because, like, both sides are only looking at the surface level and missing the whole point. I think
this is how I feel about religion, and I think I talked about this before. There's only one mountaintop, no matter how you get there.
Yeah.
Whether you get through Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad, Amun-Ra, Krishna, through being a Hindu,
Richard Amun-Ra.
There's only one mountaintop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Duncan, you would have loved it. We played this last week, but William's family in William, very religious. And they have this like autistic friend that comes over every Christmas and just recites the Lord's stuff. But tell me if this does not remind you of like a Tim and Eric type thing.
Behold, I bring you good tidings.
This is your family?
On the other side.
Christ the Lord. And this shall be a sign unto you.
Wow.
You shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger. Suddenly there was a multitude of the heavenly hosts saying,
Isn't that fucked
Keep
up?
it going.
Yeah, that's the only clip I have of it.
I actually downloaded more today.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. How do I send them to you?
Airdrop.
Give me your.
What
How do you airdrop? I don't know how to airdrop.
But wait, William, when that's happening, what are you doing? Are you the one filming at that
I
moment?
am fiddling with my shoelaces, wondering if I should have double tied them. Quite frankly.
What are your parents doing? What are
They're looking at me, whispering, "William, double tie those knots.
Just pay
You're
attention to
gonna
your shoes.
trip. You're gonna trip. What are you doing?"
Wow.
Yeah, that's Dan. Rest in peace. He died last week.
Oh, rest in peace, Dan.
Oh, he died while we were
He was
talking
in the
about him?
earthquake that just
All
hit
right,
Memphis.
get the fuck out of here.
Puerto Rican.
Yeah,
If
big
Memphis, has an earthquake, you know how many motherfuckers gonna be talking about the
You
return of
got me,
Jesus?
man. By the way, I was like, fuck, I knew, like a Memphis earthquake. I missed it with all the other shit going
New
on.
Madrid fault line. We're on a fault line.
The stock market actually went up today because Iran is no longer a threat. You saw that,
Yes.
I don't believe it, though.
What happened today with Iran? Why is it no longer a threat?
bro? Because this whole shit is designed to keep the sheeple in line. That's how I feel, bro. This whole story has been playing out since I was a kid. When I was a kid, the big threat was Saddam Hussein. We
Yes.
got to get rid of Saddam Hussein. He's
Yeah.
the worst. Saddam Hussein.
Yeah.
Saddam Hussein. That was all I heard when I was a kid, and I used to be so scared. And then when I got older, it was Osama bin Laden. Now we got to get rid of Osama bin Laden. Osama bin Laden is that nigga.
Yep.
So now we got to get rid of Osama bin Laden. Once you get rid of Osama bin Laden, who was it? Well, not Gaddafi. What was his name?
Dale Earnhardt Jr.
This motherfucker.
When are we going to get rid of Dale?
No, wait, no.
Then it was somebody else after Osama bin Laden.
I know. I think Assad landed in there at some point. The
Yeah.
Syrian president.
So
right?
then it was Kim Jong Un. Kim Jong Un. We got to get rid of Kim Jong Un.
ISIS.
Then it's ISIS. So I mean, if
I don't even get ISIS. What's ISIS?
ISIS was actually an old god.
It's a yogurt
What's
place.
ISIS? I hear ISIS all the fucking time now. And David, I'll be quite frank. I was here 30 minutes early today. You're nowhere to be seen. I'm sick. I got a blood test last week. I'm worried about the results. And we're talking about ISIS?
Did you really get a blood test?
Check my arm out.
Oh no! What are you getting tested
He's
for?
got a fatty liver.
This motherfucker got a duck liver. They gonna sell your shit at
Who's got the fatty liver? Who's got the like foie gras?
motherfucking veal.
Yeah, it's been a hard 10 days.
I hate that shit.
I
I've
got
been through
fired from my fucking job 10 days ago.
No, you didn't.
Laser Quest Arena. I was working at a Laser Quest Arena. I got fired. I put real bullets in the laser gun.
I love it.
That.
Yeah, that's impossible. I know. I'm kidding.
You could put like incinerating lasers though, or like
I know. I wonder logistically how difficult that is.
what's it like to work at Laser Quest Arena?
It's cool. I just love just getting the people's names when they're giving me their names. They want a lot of Predator 2s, a lot of Predator 3s, a lot of...
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, yeah. People love Predator.
There's no restriction on the names?
Not at all.
So but you can't call yourself like fuck man.
Not fuck man. A lot of Don Rickles, a lot of Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s, a lot of...
Don Rickles.
Don Rickles. Hell of a comic.
I love the sound of a vape pen. It's like the most soothing sound.
They should put it on white noise.
I hope when I die, that's the sound I hear. I hope that's like the sound as you enter.
Well, if you
heaven.
believe in Jesus, yeah.
It is a soothing sound. That shit is so addictive. What are you smoking, man? Let me see this. Juice
Pineapple
head.
grapefruit.
I drove across the country with this burner who vaped. Who was like an expert.
What's a burner?
Someone who goes to Burning Man.
Oh, okay. Because a burner in the hood means a burner like in the black community means a gun that has no trace.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm sorry.
Or like you can say burner phone. Like I got a burner phone. Give me a burner.
I don't want to like. I won't say it actually. I have a very funny story about an unmarked gun that I can.
Look at that. Limes are baby lemons.
Yeah, hold on. What's the deal with that?
All right, guys.
Limes are baby lemons.
So, David Lucas thinks that limes are baby lemons, and you really believe that?
Like unripe lemons.
Bro, I've seen a lemon tree and I've seen green things on the lemon tree that have not got big yet. What's so fucking funny?
You ever seen a green banana? Is that a lime?
No, it's a green banana. It's not a yellow banana.
It's a plantain. That's a plantain, my friend.
Why are limes not baby?
Because they're two different fruits.
Bro,
Or whatever they are.
Google it. Is a lime a baby lemon?
It's all right.
It's a lime.
A lime. A baby.
Sounds like a
lemon.
song. It sounds like a Cat Stevens song.
Man,
Yes.
Cat Stevens. Love some Cat Stevens.
Limes are
See, they turn from green to yellow.
So do bananas.
the lemons we buy are unripe. When you said it, I for a second I thought,
Bro, it's
shit.
kind of telling me I'm right because
Because
limes,
of this, some people believe erroneously that limes are just unripe lemons, whereas truth to tell, even the lemons that we buy are unripe lemons.
What the fuck does that mean?
So you're right.
yes,
They're unripe limes.
I told y'all.
Do limes turn into lemons? Sweet limes might be mistaken for lemons since they are yellows when they are ripe and ready to use.
So how do we know we're not eating sweet limes instead of lemons? Right?
Yeah, I'm allergic to sweet limes. I can't.
Exactly, right? How do we know we're not eating sweet limes?
I go into anaphylactic shock if I eat a sweet lime.
No, for real. How do we know we're not being fed sweet limes?
being fed.
I mean, when you go to a bar and they give you a lemon.
It's the Illuminati. Give them sweet limes if they ever find out.
We might just be eating. We could potentially never have had a lemon.
Tell me about it. That's something
We
I
could
think
just be
about.
eating sweet limes
You know what'll be weird is if you turn up dead in 2 days.
because of this shit. Because I figured some shit out.
Preschool bus.
You're gonna have to tweet I'm not suicidal. I am not suicidal.
I have no depression.
Child's play to the 6-year-old. So they'll love to learn. Honest.
I think it's excellent.
All right, finish it, bro. Finish it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Get a little sip of that. You better get a little
Yeah,
sip.
yeah, go ahead.
Bus
Kill it.
Filled with dozens
Just drink
of
out the
learning
bottle.
activities free.
It'll help your liver.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Would you have passed me if you were the
I
guy at the comedy store? Would you have passed
because I
me?
had no power. I wouldn't have passed any. Thank God.
Did you get people in the friends and family thing?
No.
Being the booker?
When I
Isn't
was-
that what the booker does now? Doesn't Adam do that?
Talent coordinator put you on front, but it's way different now, bro.
Yeah.
Talent coordinator different than the
After Tommy
same
Egan,
thing?
after Tommy Egan's
not.
reign, bro, they had to change up how the comedy store was ran.
Yeah.
because it was literally going down whole.
I heard like
It was.
I heard it.
Yeah,
was
the comedy store was
in a
going
weird
to
place.
shit. The comedy store is probably now just like it was back when when they used to have two. They had
Who's Pryor?
okay. When they had one in Westwood, the Westwood Comedy Store,
Who's Pryor?
Richard.
Dennis Pryor?
Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor, the basketball player?
No, he was a comedian.
Dennis Pryor?
What?
Played for the Bulls?
You don't know who Richard Pryor?
Dennis? Played with Michael?
DEATHSQUAD.
Dennis Quaid. Loved him with Kevin Bacon and Trimmers.
What do trimmers eat for breakfast?
Eggs and bacon.
Eggs and Kevin Bacon.
Oh,
Speaking of which, I'm so glad. Speaking of which, but this weirdly ties together even more to the dog eating that guy's dick off. Because if you look up, there was a dude named Kevin Bacon who just got his balls eaten by a cannibal.
What?
Look it up, REDBAN, please. Look it up.
where was he?
What?
Where was he?
I think Florida.
Bro,
Look,
Did the guy with the dog? Did they slit his throat at the end?
I
Did he
was
die?
they
wondering
probably
that.
just let him live like that and die from disease.
See, Kevin Bacon, 25. Cannibal 50 is
I
accused of
did
cutting
read
up
about
and
it.
eating testicles from a man named Kevin Bacon, 25, after he hung him upside down and slit his throat. Isn't that crazy? Look at that.
Hi.
Which one did the eating?
The old dude ate his dick.
The guy
Ate
on
his
the
balls.
The guy with the pink hair wanted to die like that.
Yeah, I mean,
He
the guy on the
didn't
right
want it-
looks
no,
like
it's
he's
that-
eat my dick.
Yeah, he wanted. Yeah, he probably told him to eat my dick for real. Like,
He looks like, eat it, guy.
Just coming into the Laser Quest arena with his Predator 2.
Let me get this clear. You want to eat my balls? All right.
bro, talking about crazy people. Has anybody seen Don't Fuck with Cats?
Look at that. He's got Taylor Swift tickets. Of course he
yeah.
wants his dick.
Yeah,
No, he
wanted-
doesn't want his. No guy wants his balls eaten,
That
man.
motherfucker looked like a homosexual pig.
No.
What's the pig name on Looney Tunes?
Respect, man. This guy.
Yeah, he looks like a homosexual Porky. Well, that's all, folks.
Look, man, you gotta watch out. You gotta watch out. These days, dating is fucked up, man. Like it's fucked up.
Dating guy, he was on Grindr. I read. That's scary.
Yeah. You gotta watch out. What was that doc that just came out? Be nice to
Bro,
cats. Or
no,
what?
don't fuck with cats. That's what Have you seen that?
What is that? What is that?
This. If you watch this documentary, it shows you what happened when fucking white women don't have a spouse. This bitch took it upon her fucking self to gather millions of people to find a motherfucker that vacuum sealed a cat. Fucking lonely bitch. If she was dating somebody, she wouldn't have had time to do this shit.
Thank God she wasn't. Like, well, I guess they found it out anyway. But like, yeah.
But they led to The guy was gonna be sick regardless, but had they not gave him that attention,
for the people that hasn't seen the documentary, maybe give a synopsis real quick.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of
so there's a guy, I can't remember his name, but he was like a fake model. He vacuum sealed a cat, and then later on he
killed it.
He vacuum sealed a cat and killed it. Then later on he fed a cat to like a boa or a python. Then later on, he killed like his boyfriend and chopped him up to pieces.
But talk about how he killed. The killing part is the fucked up. The way he did it so messed up.
He was imitating the movie
Twister.
No.
What's Twister?
Just got him in Kansas, just in the middle of a tornado.
He threw him into a tornado.
He threw him into a tornado. I read about that.
He used a catapult.
Logistically, it was difficult, but he did it.
But a lot of people in like the Air Force and the military, like
Air Force guys, how'd you do this?
It's incredible that you fucking.
Oh my God, yeah. How'd you do this? How'd you pull this one off? That's a tornado.
And so, like, he killed the boyfriend, and then it's like, isn't it kind of like a mystery of trying to figure out who this guy is, like message boards and stuff?
They were trying to figure out who the boyfriend was, and then he had changed his name. Yeah.
But the thing was like it popped up on one of these death websites where it's a guy on a bed and he's got like a thing that looks like an ice pick.
Yeah.
And the video is him just stabbing this guy to death, and then it got uploaded everywhere. It's like an authentic murder.
Yeah.
I mean, this shit's fucked up.
How long ago was that?
But the thing that I don't like, they drove a boy to kill himself because they wrongly convicted the wrong man on the internet. And a boy killed himself. If you watch the documentary,
I didn't finish it.
An innocent boy killed himself because of this bitch.
How'd he do it?
I don't know.
How'd he kill himself?
Yeah,
like that. Remember back in the day?
Hold on, is that Ralph? Is Ralph still working out? What's Ralph doing?
I remember.
Hold on, is that Patrick? Is he still drinking bottled water? Whoa, Peter, stop! Peter, get off the chair!
Never changes.
Oh, Peter, stop!
Fucking hate that dude.
Peter, come on, this is a hotel, dude.
Yeah.
Remember back in the day, the guy yelling at cat?
He doesn't care.
Peter, whoa, Richard! This is a dentist's office!
William.
Do y'all remember that?
He changed his name to William.
Y'all remember back in the day, the guy that used to yell at cats?
No.
The cat yelling back in the early 2000s. The guy that was famous on YouTube for yelling at cats. He'd be like, "Get out of here! Get the fuck out of here!" No. Type it in, guy yelling at cats.
Yelling at cats.
But that shit was funny.
Tony? Michael?
Guy yelling at cats. Some guy yells at some cats.
Yeah, that's 13 years ago.
This one?
No, the one at top.
Okay.
13 years ago. That sounds about right. Turn it up.
Get the fuck down! Fucking jump! Jump! Get the fuck down from there!
That sounds like William.
He gonna yell at all type of cat.
Fucking jump! Jump!
That poor cat. What are we...
William, what would you say to that cat if that was your cat?
Do it, you bitch! Do it!
Steven, what is your last name? Anderson, please. Thank you. Whoop.
It's Christmas time. See the nativity scene?
Jump!
The loneliest Christmas right there, man.
That is.
That's some deep lonely.
Up here.
Fuck.
This was a popular video.
Yes. I saw this in high school.
What are you looking at?
I think that's hilarious.
This was popular when I was in high school.
How many views is it?
Like 8 million.
8 million.
That's ridiculous.
Not me. Because they'll kill him. The internet will kill you if they find out that you're being cruel to cats.
I wonder what. Oh,
But this was back in the day before it was when it was still cool.
now he's just doing ALS challenge videos now.
Let me ask you this, Brian. What's the deal with like showing videos like that when you're doing a stream? Isn't it illegal, or aren't you?
Well, how I film it, like I have it like small, and I add reverb to it a lot, so I fuck with the sound, so I can't.
But technically, is it illegal?
I don't think it's illegal. It's called fair use.
Okay.
If we're talking over it or adding to it,
It's okay. Okay.
But it's still the problem is that YouTube, there's just they freak out about anything.
Right.
So it's kind of like.
So the more popular we get, the more problems it's going to be.
Yeah,
Right.
Exactly.
And I mean, right now we're doing pretty well streaming. YouTube is decent, but our streams is. Yeah.
It's not like when I worked for Enron. I worked for
Great company.
Worked for a company called Enron.
Great company.
God, we had a hell of a run.
Unfairly.
Hey, remember that year you invited me to the holiday party?
Yep.
Yeah.
How could I forget?
Yeah, what was your manager's name? Steve Pesto.
Steve Peters.
Pesto.
Steve Peters.
Steve Peters Pesto.
Yeah, Steve Peters.
Steve Pesto Peters.
Guy's
That
a
was
fucking dick. No offense, man. If you're still.
Oh yeah, he still works at the Olive Garden, just putting pesto on
Breadsticks.
There he is.
breads.
There he is. Steve Pesto Peter.
Yeah, I mean it was a hell of a time. It was a strong run.
Brian, have you seen that video? The body of Christ in my body, as though it were my body. You know what I'm talking about? It's like, look it up. I'll try to find it.
What is that?
Hey,
I don't like the sound of that.
Airdrop me these videos, but awesome.
I'll see if I can find it. If you don't mind, do you mind
Yeah,
if I
how
go
do
on
I
my
do
phone
that?
real quick to find this?
Yeah. Body of Christ.
It's like in my body, like my body, like the body of Christ.
Sounds crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. In my body. I might have to text Pemberton.
Hey, while we do have a break, I just want to shout out that me and William do have a Facebook group called Brothers in Cursive.
Stay off it. I stay off it after they all started talking shit about me. Stay off that Facebook page. I don't know who the fuck is running that bullshit, but it was a bunch of shit talk.
What were they calling you?
Just a guy that runs in the mall.
You're a guy that walks in the. You're a mall walker.
I run in the mall.
You do.
I don't know how to eardrop these videos.
Here, let me see.
That's not it.
So one's at the bottom.
Let me ask you this. Do you think that like you should stay off your like those kinds of page? Don't you think
Which one?
you shouldn't be involved in a group
With the
around-
Kill Toady thing, I avoid the YouTube page like the plague just because people talk shit. I don't want to see that. I feel confident in what I'm doing, but I don't want to be reading this bullshit.
In the early days when you're excited because like even that there would be people like listening to you at all is kind of like intoxicating.
Yeah.
I used to hang
It's
out
fun.
there, but then now I don't anymore. Just
Nah,
because
fuck
it's like,
that. Too many haters.
I avoid
Yeah.
it. And even the Facebook thing, I get on it. Somebody invites me.
On YouTube,
just a bunch of shit talk.
There's too many
need to
racist
look at
people
that.
on the Kill Tony YouTube. I mean, we don't really get too many racist people on but people would be like, David sucks. David's a typical black comedian.
What?
Last week they told me I stole Jim Gaffigan style. The week before that, they told me I stole Tracy Morgan.
I could see taking like Jim Gaffigan's essence. I see that.
You're not. No, he did. You fucking asshole, bro.
If anything, I'm Jim Gaffigan. Jim Gaffigan talks about being fat, and he's not fat.
I literally almost got, and you almost pulled me in, and you said Jim Gaffigan's essence, and I almost was like, hold on, Brian. I don't know that he took Jim Gaffigan's essence.
I guess one of William's friends.
I'm gonna get a beer. Do you mind if I get a beer?
Will you get me one?
Yeah.
It's for Santa Claus,
Weird as
who wrapped a piece of cheese up with his claws. He's a little
I gotta go to
fellow
work.
with the biggest.
What
do
the
the spot tonight.
fuck
Like, I have
was
to go take
that?
a nap to sleep this off. Thank you.
Thank you.
I can't find that YouTube clip. It's just like crazy. It's like another example of how dark it can get out there in this world.
Yeah.
You can really slide out of control. I mean, that's a scary thing.
And that's a slide with 3 eyes. Slide.
Yeah, you can do a 3-eye, 6-eye
You can
slide. You can do a
slide out of
19-eye
control.
slide.
Yeah, what is this? 1999 with that slide?
You can slide so far in this world. That's the scary thing. Is like we're doing fine right now, but we're all gonna get old. You don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna still be driving my grandmother's Ford Taurus, just like a bat out of hell, just hitting people. What happens then? What happens then?
Well, then you don't know. Those are your last few years on Earth. There's like a
I'm
flash.
hitting people in the Taurus.
There's a thing that splatters against the windshield. Then there's a moment where you kind of come to and you look around. It seems like a court, but you don't know.
Yeah.
Then there's a moment where you're in a hospital bed and then you're dead.
Yeah.
That's like the end of a lot of
That's
people's
it.
lives. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
3 quick flickering screens.
Yep.
One, a person smacking into your windshield.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll get like another couple. That's the thing. When people
The
think,
volume's a little too loud in the car.
yeah, you're listening to like, I don't know, Walking on Broken Glass. Too loud.
So you're a Grateful Dead guy.
I like the Grateful Dead.
Nice.
Yeah.
me
What
too.
about Danzig or Cottonmouth Kings?
Well, you know what? I do like the Misfits. You know, Danzig. What's that fucking song? When I was a kid, I used to like that.
Mambo number
Corpses are hanging innocent limp, bodies with no support. You know, Skulls. That song's so fucked up. I used to like that because it was so awful.
Would you sing karaoke with us right now?
No,
Why?
I would do it with y'all.
Yeah,
Let's put Volcano on.
No, Matchbox 20, 3 a.m. karaoke.
And then maybe Volcano by what's his name.
I have a terrible voice, but I'll do it with
Let's
you guys
do it.
because you're fun.
And then we got to get a Volcano one before Jimmy Buffett. I've been
Xbox
listening to a
20
bunch of Jimmy
3
Buffett.
a.m.
I love Jimmy Buffett.
Oh my God.
Come on,
karaoke.
here we go.
This is one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
Turn that shit up, Red.
I don't know.
Yeah, Red Band, turn that shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of us. Y'all ready?
I'm not ready.
Come on, get it. Come on.
She said it's cold outside and she has me a raincoat.
She's all.
No, she's always worried about things like that. Well, she said it's all gonna end. It might as well be my fault. And she only sleeps when it's raining. And she screams. And her voice is strange. And she says, baby, it's 3 a.m. She said, baby, well, I can't help but say it all. And the rain gonna wash away, I believe that.
Why are you screaming? Shut up, it's 3 a.m. Shut up, please.
Yeah, it's 3 a.m.
She's got a little bit of something. Yeah. In her color portrait world, she's got it all.
Got all.
This is, you gotta take your voice down. She swears the moon don't hang quite high as it used to.
Well, she's crazy.
And she only sleeps when it's raining. And she screams. And her voice is straight. And she says, baby. Well, it's 3 a.m. Must be morning.
I've been slept since the last rain.
Well, I can't help but get it all sometimes. And the rain's gonna wash away. I believe this. I believe that.
Red Band, will you put on Volcano by Jimmy Buffett?
I can't sleep unless it rains. It isn't dry.
I can't sleep in here.
What a nightmare.
What a total nightmare.
Some dog is biting off someone's dick. We're in the Sinaloa area.
What song?
Volcano.
I love songs about like people who are dating people that are just insane. Like,
Yeah.
that's a nightmare date.
Volcano by Jimmy Buffett. I don't know if that matters. Oh yeah, this is not.
Come on. Go, William.
This is not Volcano by Jimmy Buffett.
Fuck that. What do y'all want to do? Some Ludacris rollout?
Sure.
Ludacris rollout. Karaoke.
Hold on, let's have some fun with this one.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Let's have a little fun.
I don't know this one. You're gonna have to take the lead, Will.
Okay, I will.
Let's do it.
Okay. I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I don't know where I'm gonna go when the volcano blow.
Let me say
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where I'm gonna go when the volcano blow.
ground, she's moving under me.
Tidal waves out on the sea. Sulfur smoke up in the sky. Pretty soon we learn to fly. Let me in. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where I'm gonna go when the volcano blows.
Now my girl quickly say to me, man, you better watch your feet.
All right.
Lava come down soft and hot. You better lava me, no lava me not. Wait, that was
Love me. Let me say now, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where I'm gonna go when the volcano blow.
That's a fun one. That's what I've been listening
This is
to
a
much
monstrosity.
recently.
It's fair, honestly, and I don't give it like safe space comedy, but with the recent volcano disaster that we had, I don't
Yup.
think that was okay to sing.
What about those people that died in the caldera?
Can you imagine?
Could you even imagine? I can't.
And like, probably one of them listened to that song on the way there.
Probably on their Bluetooth headphones. Hey, where's Patrick? I think he's in there.
What is this?
Wait a second.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know where I'll go when the volcano blows.
People were in there.
I don't know.
Acidic water.
I don't know.
Sulfuric acid.
I don't know where I'm gonna go when the volcano blows. Sing it out. I don't know. Pop, pop. I don't know. Pop, pop. I don't know where I'm gonna go when the volcano blows. One more time.
Could y'all believe that? I mean, Dante's Peak volcano.
Is that Mount Olympus?
I haven't
think it
seen
was-
this video yet.
Wakiri White Island.
Well, no, they
What's
gave them
this
a
one?
warning. They said like don't they like,
What are you even doing going in a
Yeah,
volcano?
it-
What
like-
are you even doing?
Do you see one black person out there? No.
Well, those are sort of
There is
surrounded by
one,
water.
right? I think that guy's right.
It's a White Island tour.
The only black person is the
Yeah, there's not a black person.
only black person is the nigga working on the ship.
It's the White Island tour.
I don't see one pigmentation. I don't even see a fucking Asian. All right, there we go. Some color right there on a nigga's calves. And they collecting them stupid ass tin hats.
Yeah, what are those?
What are they?
If a volcano's about to blow, I would have a little more urgency.
Brian, can you rewind to those tin hats? What is that for
That's
real?
to protect you just in case of the volcano.
No, they're
erupts.
getting on the boat to go to the volcano. That's like not
As the
after.
passengers board, they each hand over a small metal cone marked with a dot to a crew member, who stacks them. They seem to be the equivalent of mine tags, a tangible record of the number of people on the boat.
Okay. Weird.
Well, I wonder if that would hurt. Being in a volcano, die. I mean, what are you
Dying
The
is
smoke,
not gonna
probably.
hurt. No, what hurts is like the people who survived and their skin got burned off. Like I read about it because it's like they're saying
Yeah,
the kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
burns they got are so fucked up that you can't even use traditional burn medicine for it because it was like acid burns and steam. I think and inhaling like
You're asking for that.
Kind of like
Going in-
the Hiroshima bomb. The people that died were the lucky ones.
Yeah, right, exactly.
You can hear
Yeah.
muffled cries
I don't think
of
there. I
pain
mean, like,
go
if we
over
were all on a cruise ship
inside.
and there was a opportunity to go to a volcano and we were in the right mind space,
I'd say no. I say fuck no.
you would come.
I'd be like, y'all go by y'all fucking self.
You would come.
An active volcano?
We be drinking some Patron.
You wouldn't
You'd
know
come.
because they're trying to like make money, so you would just think it was like, oh well.
No, I
you know,
wouldn't. Because I'd be
well,
like, when's the last time this volcano seen a black person?
Why wouldn't you have stopped me?
No, I would have said, maybe, when's the last time this volcano seen a black
Hey,
person?
that's a good point.
Yeah, why
so
did you
would
stop
let
me?
us march to our
Why do you
death?
let us march to our death?
Y'all would be safe. The volcano see a black person and want to show out.
Oh no, the
Now,
volcano.
let me show this nigga what I made of.
Volcanoes.
Come
don't have
on.
eyeballs.
Come on.
Want to show out?
This is what you would tell yourself after we're dead. You're already saying the thing you would
Yeah,
say to
this is
yourself
how
at
you make
night.
peace with yourself.
Yeah.
I make y'all give me all y'all money before y'all got out the boat.
Oh, so you would what?
Yeah,
So you would
what?
Rob them?
No, I'd make y'all give me y'all. I don't want y'all.
What?
I don't want y'all to burn the volcano with money.
Why?
This is sad, man.
This is
I'm
depressing
imagining
as
this
shit.
great cruise, my new friends. We're gonna go to a volcano. You're like, I'm not.
Jimmy
not only-
Buffett's playing.
Jimmy Buffett, and you're like, I'm not only not going with you, but I want you to give me your money
Your
first.
fucking
Yeah,
money.
give me your money before
Come
you go
on,
out
man.
onto the caldera.
That's not how you treat friends.
While the volcano blows, I'm gonna be ordering shit off Amazon with y'all
That's
cards.
sick. What are you going to be ordering? What are you going to order?
What are you gonna order?
Yeah, what would
man?
you-
Reeboks?
We're dying. Like
Reeboks?
We're having seizures in like in a puddle of sulfuric acid. Our skin.
And you're ordering Reeboks?
Yeah, what are you ordering?
I'll be like, y'all died the way white people supposed to die.
Oh my god.
Doing shit y'all ain't supposed to do.
We were exploring the volcano, man.
A white girl yesterday at the Comedy Store was complaining that her foot got stepped on by a horse. And I'm like, that's what you get for being around horses. Horses do horse shit. If a horse step on another horse's foot, you think he gonna have a sprained ankle? No.
He's going to say, Richard, what are you do? Richard, what's going on? Why'd you step on my hoof?
If white people would just leave, if white people, not everything.
Hey, Richard?
Richard, what's going on, man?
Hey, Richard, seriously.
Richard
I gotta talk-
Saverte.
Richard,
I haven't seen you in 2 years.
Richard, it's 3 a.m. I'm sorry I'm sending this email right now, but I need to know, why did you
It's
step
3
on
a.m.
my
and I'm
hoof?
lonely.
Richard, respond to this email, please. I need you right now.
Well,
I need you.
I've seen podcasts get to this place before. Yeah, we gotta like think about it though.
I was talking to my friend the other day.
Okay, let's look at. You want to look at these videos?
Animals do not.
Oh, yeah, here's Dan.
Hey,
This is my family
Can you
friend.
answer a
Did he
question?
really die?
Can he did. Can you answer a question right quick, Duncan?
Yes.
How do penguins fuck?
I can only answer that from conjecture. Stuff I've heard.
What have you heard?
You want to know that?
Water
Can you
bell.
can you YouTube that, Redban?
Yeah.
Penguin sex? I really want, because penguins stand up all the time, right? Except for when they slide on their bellies.
Are they
and go in the
mammals
water.
or fish?
They're mammals. They got blubber to protect them, but they lay eggs, right?
Birds.
They're birds. Yeah, you. You got me over here looking stupid.
That's how they do it.
That looks like me last night
On your Casper mattress.
on my Casper mattress.
Imagine if humans could put feet on the back of a bitch. Look at that shit. A little French kissing.
You're assuming that that's a woman.
Kissing. Yeah, that might be gay sex. Because that nigga walking in the pussy.
Be the lady on top. We
What?
don't know how this shit works.
So penguins like to get kissed on their neck.
Yeah.
He done?
Yeah, here's more if you want more sex.
Zebra penguin.
Oh wow.
So they pussy is on their back.
It could be snaking around.
Redban is crazy.
That's me last night outside of the Wendy's.
It looks
restaurant.
like some little penis sex.
You could see there's a,
Something pink at
There's
the back.
something
Yeah.
going on.
Right.
but it doesn't seem like he's hitting it. It
Right.
seems like he's missing.
It looks like clit bumping.
Yeah, they're not humping for real. This is he's fucking out.
I I think most animal sex videos, they don't even get it in the hole. Like, they're so stupid.
Horses do.
Like, I think I'm doing it right.
Hold on, isn't like how do seahorses have sex? They shoot their sperm in the water.
Seahorse sex?
Yeah, it's weird.
There, done. There.
Got it.
Nope.
Thank you, Kathy. Appreciate it, bitch. How much do I owe you?
A couple Klondike bars.
Kathy?
That is weird to be a penguin just laying there. Like, this is what it is to be an animal. These things are fucking right next to
We
me.
got that one guy watching. We got people watching.
Hey, look up
Yeah,
chimpanzee sex. See if there's anything close to humans. Look at them niggas
Why do you
doing.
want to watch chimpanzees sex?
No, that isn't. I think that's an important thing to find out right now.
Okay, just watch chimp.
Oh, see that shit look like some human sex.
3, the best sex
2,
videos of the
1. Predator 2 shows up into the arena.
Look at this balls.
God damn, they got some cajon. They got some nuts on them.
Hey.
Sounds like maybe a little Grateful Dead in the background.
Hey,
It could be. Let's hear.
so you guys should do the sound, or the William could be the girl chimp.
I'll be the boy.
Okay.
Hey, how's it going, Samantha? It's been 2 weeks.
Shit, my nuts heavy as hell. Let me pick this. I got some shit in my teeth.
Hey, Samantha, how's it going? I've been working at Kmart now for 3 weeks.
You see this dick?
Samantha, how's it going? I have a disease called
Hey,
Lyme's
bitch, wake
disease.
up, bitch. Hey, come here, man. You know, let me suck on them
Hey,
titties.
Samantha, that's my brother. Lay off.
I'm trying to suck on them titties.
Hey, Samantha, that's my cousin Patrick behind
Hey,
you.
nigga, why you keep playing this shit?
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
I'm gonna give you the pussy. All right, here you go.
Samantha?
Get it.
Oh,
yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. You got,
I love
shit.
it.
You done?
Thank you
You
so
done
much.
already? All right.
Yes, I am.
Now I feel self-conscious and shit because I cheated on my man.
I'm cold.
I cheated on my man with your little dick ass.
I'm cold.
Hey, bitch. Come on. Hey, get on top. Yeah.
Hey, Samantha, what's
Hey.
up, bitch?
That pussy tight. Look at
Ooh,
that. Oh,
let's get
shit. Doggy style. Bitch,
Hey.
I told you I'm the king of the jungle.
Are you my cousin? Samantha?
Hey, look at my dick sucking lips. Hey,
Hey, Patrick, check this out,
Hey,
dude.
hey, go over there and play with the mother kids so I can fuck your mama.
Hey, Patrick, watch this
Turn
shit,
that
dude.
ass around.
I've been working at Kmart for 2 weeks, Patrick.
Bitch, lay down.
Hey,
Hey, look at
Patrick,
them niggas
check
over there
this out.
fucking. They over there fucking. That nigga fucking with an orange in his hand.
Hey, Patrick, get a load of this, man. She's coming over. This is
pussy-
my son.
The pussy-
We're doing it.
Hey, bitch, this pussy stink.
This is my kid. I don't
Hey,
give a shit
hey.
anymore.
Why let your young ass fuck anyway?
Come on, dude. I'm getting out of here.
Nigga, you gonna have to work for this pussy. Come here.
Oh,
yeah.
Kathy, thanks.
Yeah. Hey, bitch.
Oh, Imogene?
Next time, maybe you can shave this old hairy ass pussy.
Oh. No, but seriously, I've loved you for 2
Hey,
years
come
now.
here,
Thank you so
man.
Get in there. Get in there, Kathy.
I'm trying to cuddle after I fuck you, bald headed bitch.
I need that. Thank you. I've been in a real dark place the past 2 weeks.
I know that other nigga raped you, but I'm just trying to tell you, I'm the one. Turn
I've
around.
been working at Kmart for
look
3
me in my
weeks. I
eyes.
need this.
Look me in my eyes. If I give you the pussy, are you gonna get a job?
Yes, I will. Come on.
All right, thank you. Come on. All right. We're gonna go back. I got a nice 2-bedroom treehouse.
Oh, hey, that's my butthole. Do you mind kissing it, please? I've been in a real dark place.
This pussy tastes like Daryl Dick been in here.
It is my butthole. I've been working in Kmart for 2 weeks.
Yeah. You don't never go wash up at the river. Put a washcloth to this pussy.
Hey, how's it going, y'all? My name is...
You need a banana dish.
Don't look at this kid.
All right, that's
Oh,
enough.
hey, Samantha.
These niggas have sex like humans.
They do.
That nigga was eating chimpanzee pussy.
That was great.
That nigga ate that pussy.
I hurt myself. I think I almost pooped myself. Too. So this is let's watch one of these.
Let's watch another one.
Okay, so
All
let's
right.
see what this guy has to say.
How? Wait, before
Do the
we play
one
before
to
we
the right
play
of it.
How do your parents know this person?
So it is my mother's sister's husband's cousin.
Did he ever ask to watch you when you were younger?
His mother died like 9 years ago, and he started coming to our Christmases.
He started getting stupid ass bowl cuts.
He works
and wanted to be around kids.
No, I think he has something wrong with him, but he's sweet. He was wearing green pants that night, just fully Christmased out.
Who does he work for?
He works for a what are those places called that mess with people's grass and shrubs and landscape? Yeah, he's a landscaper.
All right, let's take a look at this.
Then over all the rooftops, on a journey with no end, away they went together, Santa with his tiny friend. And so this Christmas, if you wish, beneath the tree that's in your house,
he just said white people back.
Christmas Eve, he brushed his teeth. And as he washed his paws, he thought, my goodness, no one gives a gift to Santa Claus. He ran to get his pretty cheese. And after he had found it, the paper from some...
It's pretty cheese.
His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of his mouth,
here's the problem.
What?
I'm so sorry, man.
After this, your mom was like, Larry, never leave him around the boys.
No, I mean, it's fun. I feel like I had to record it. I get a kick out of that. But yeah, I mean, something's wrong.
No, it's like, God damn it, man. Like, it's so poignant. This fucking world, we're so lucky. It's so brutal.
We are so lucky.
It's brutal. This world is
We're
brutal.
so lucky right now.
You end up sucked. Yeah, but you end up like, you can't, we're lucky. But you can end up in the weirdest dream of your life. Like in a dream. Like to me, that reminds me of a dream I might have where I'm like, and then on the New Year's snow it came, paws of brown, now come a sleigh, and we both saw the reindeer come in the light of the Christmas sun. And you wake up, like, what the fuck was that? I was in front of it. But you know, that can happen to you.
But I hope he's happy. I think he's happy. I don't know. I don't know if he is or not.
Regardless of like happiness, to me,
right?
It's just so spooky how like you can get sucked in to people
and become this guy from one. You can have one traumatic experience, and become Rain Man.
That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah,
that scares the shit out of me because it's like we're all fine right now,
right?
But you're driving down the street.
Right.
Some dipshit kid decides to throw a cinder block off an overpass, lands on the hood of your car. Next thing you know, you're at a fucking Thanksgiving dinner with a weird haircut. Reciting.
You have a moment of clarity
with a little.
He tearing that ass up.
Oh Jesus!
Gorilla's got some dick.
That's serious.
But it is as easy as that, as you were just saying. It's as easy as that. Just having a weird haircut.
Yeah,
God damn.
That can happen to you too. You can end up getting banged by a gorilla. It's the right music.
And bro, gorilla bitches are tough. She ain't making no sound.
Are you adding that music or is that already there?
I slowed it down.
She taking that shit, bro. She a trooper.
That is the exact sound of gorillas fucking.
I don't see nothing wrong. We're getting a little bump and grind. I don't see nothing wrong.
That'd be amazing if the Hubble telescope, that's what they filmed. Like that's the universe. It's just that.
So ladies,
we have to deal with it. We're living inside that.
Ladies, to let you know, we're primates at the end of the day. We want to fuck with no condom on. Do gorillas not have STDs?
Gorillas wear condoms now.
Yeah.
Do gorillas have STDs?
Yeah. Gorillas are known to have a lot of STDs.
Aren't cats the only animal that can get AIDS or some shit like AIDS?
No, it's one of the biggest deaths.
Gorilla sex hard, smiley face.
50
Shades of Gorilla.
Sexy.
Are you doing this music? Okay, Brian.
You ain't saying nothing but a
Look at this people watching.
This is a silverback, so he hanging low. He's like, y'all bitches want to watch it. Let me give y'all a show. The other nigga came to see if his dick really that big.
Compared to the last thing, that is a pretty...
It's pretty tame.
Pretty tame.
No, if you want to watch it, let him watch, because I'm finna break your mama back. Let me put my back against the wall, yeah. Leave my mama alone. ain't no mama.
Look at his face, bro.
Unless you want to be homeless, you better get your snotty nose, nappy head rump on out.
Why he sucking her titties? That nigga sucking her titties. He's some freaky ass animal.
Shut up and keep doing what you do. Matter of fact, get low. Dang, you gonna put my face?
Why would you put out if people can contact you on that video?
Hey, if you like this,
I like watching monkey videos.
Yeah, it's pretty relaxing.
Especially when they're.
Wow.
What is that? Hey, it's
That's
got a fatty
fucking
liver.
Crazy. Why did you have to get a blood test?
I haven't been to the doctor in probably 8 years. I have a sort of penchant for trying to have fun, drinking a tad too much.
I think you got diabetes.
I don't know. That's why I got the blood test. We'll see. We'll see. I need to start exercising again. I'm totally out of shape. I need to try and keep this freight train
It's
going.
weird to think what you're saying is coming out of the monkey.
Yeah. That was a good.
What is this? What kind of monkeys are this? Is that a pregnant baboon?
Who knows, man? That baboon looks like gravity. Gravity's fucking it up. That's a. I wouldn't know what to do if I saw that in the wild.
I wouldn't be scared because he can't get you.
You don't know that. You don't know how fast that thing is. It can move fast.
Look at that belly, though.
Yeah, but who knows? That's a sad thing.
Baboons are aggressive. But I don't know if they're as aggressive as, what are those things? Mongoose?
What's this video? What's happening here? I don't even understand what's happening. What is this?
It just seems it's weird, like that's your own. That's its own dick, right?
That nigga pulling that shit like it's a loose string on a jacket.
It's like
start the lawnmower.
It's like a horn in a semi truck. Oh, it's coming.
Oh, God.
Is that what that is?
So these motherfuckers masturbate.
Yeah, they do.
Oh my gosh.
It's weird that
It's
YouTube.
smelling it.
He smells it.
Have you seen the one where the guy's showing the gorilla pictures of other gorilla women, and the gorilla's telling him to like swipe?
Oh yeah.
Telling him to move. Have you seen that?
No.
It's pretty wild. The guy like comes to the zoo. Yeah, they're like.
So it's like gorilla Tinder.
Which one is it?
Yeah, he's showing him like female gorillas, and the gorilla's like, move.
You trying to figure out who his bitch is.
Marcus?
So weird. Look at that.
This might not be it.
Yeah. He doesn't seem interested in
It's a shitty video.
Yeah.
There it is.
This is it.
Here, do you want to sit?
Paper. Just having fun eating paper.
Are you sure? Keep coming, just like scented dust and all of you. True.
You know what I picture though? Just him at his funeral, his aunt remembering one of his last words for one of his last songs, and it being Cat Stevens' Father and Son.
Oh, very young. What will you leave?
That's very young.
Yeah, you're talking. Yeah.
Father and son. If and when I die, and I'm going to put an if in there because I feel like our technology is going to get really good. I might end up in the mainframe somewhere. But if I end up dying, it's going to be father and son. Or morning has broken. By Cat Stevens.
You don't want Morning is Broken.
And what's up with Cat Stevens?
He converted.
He's Islamic.
Yeah.
Yup. That's weird.
Are you? Let me ask you this. It's so funny. I just had Ian Edwards on the podcast. We talked about this for a second. Before I got cancer.
You got cancer?
I did get
what kind?
cancer. Testicular. I have one ball. I had to get one of my balls.
Seriously?
Damn.
When?
Can you still nut?
2013. Yeah.
What happened?
I had a baby. What?
What happened? It was hurting?
It got big. One of my balls got really big and swollen.
How long did it take you to go to the doctor?
This is awful, Brian. Like this, the fact that you have.
How long did it take you to go to the doctor?
Amazing that this came to you somehow. That's like your karma. This kind of shit comes into your orbit. I only have one of those.
Did you wait a long time?
Yeah. So what? Because like before you get like really sick, you do kind of just naturally assume that anything that happens to you that seems like a sickness is not a big deal. So you definitely probably, if you're an idiot like me, you probably don't go to the doctor when you should. Because if your ball gets swollen, go to the doctor. Like 9 times out of 10, it's nothing, and you're going to feel better because it's nothing. It's always nothing. Statistically, it's nothing. But also, there's a party that's like, it's nothing.
Yeah.
I'll just wait. Everything will get normal. And then you go to the doctor, and you go there, and you're like, they're going to tell me it's nothing. And you go, but it's not nothing. Also, weirdly, because you don't feel right. Like,
Were you scared?
Yeah, you're shitting bricks. Like, those kinds of things are really scary. Like your blood test, it's like, it's mortality. So for a second, you're having to deal with the fact that, like, oh shit, am I actually mortal maybe? And then you find out, oh yeah, actually you're mortal. You do end up in, the desk and the doctor telling you, oh, well, here's what the balls are. He was like drawing balls and then showing what it looks like to cut them off and stuff. So then you're like, life becomes, I think, better.
So what happened?
I got one of my balls chopped off. I had to get radiation and I was sick for a bit.
Was it scary?
It was so scary.
My father, if people are watching this right now, my father, Larry Montgomery's in Houston at MD Anderson. He had lymphoma 3 years ago. Pray for him. That's what he asked me to do. Pray for him.
That looks sexy.
Are you into feet?
Not really. But that, I don't know why.
That's scary, though.
Is that ASMR?
I don't get that. I've heard of it. I don't get it.
It's soothing for some people.
Some of it's cool.
I think like it affects people differently. I never got into it. I mean, not that doesn't sound incredibly soothing.
So what? How long were your balls hurting before you went to the doctor?
They didn't hurt. One of them just got really big.
How long big, did you
twice
wait?
As big, or?
I don't remember the amount of time.
Months or years or what?
Probably months. Too long. I don't remember the amount of time. It's like life goes.
Did it spread?
Well, we don't. I had to get radiation, so it could have, but maybe not. I don't know. I mean, it's been. After that, the problem with like cancer is you have to keep going back to get tests all the time.
Do you think ever at us humans being on this earth right now, do you think we will ever come to a time where we have a cure for cancer and they look back at those?
Yes.
Like we look back at like certain things.
Like infection.
Before penicillin. Yeah. And we're like, oh my God, those poor people.
Oh, we'll definitely cure. I think.
Do you really think so? I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know.
Well, cancer,
I hope.
It's very complicated, but I do think that for sure. I think.
How long do you think?
Not that long.
Maybe not us, but our kids. They probably won't die from shit like heart attacks and strokes.
People if I had gotten testicular cancer in the early '80s, I would have been dead.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Already, already it's better.
Bill Burr, what did he have? He had a bad kind of cancer though.
Did he really?
I didn't know that.
What? Are you making up rumors?
What is this, dude? It's fucked up.
Who
gave it to you?
A fan goes, "Hey man, I make these realistic balls, and I even sews the hair."
I'm talking about the guy. I can't think of his name right now.
Is it that is this part supposed to be a dick or something?
No, I don't know what it's supposed to be. I don't know what it's.
The camera's off me right now. Right?
By the way, get
the camera off.
This guy thinks this is realistic balls.
Get the camera off.
That's Ari.
He's got to get a new model.
Ari Shaffir.
This is bad. Like, who is he?
Get the camera off my ass on this one.
Wow, man.
Them shits look real.
Oh, I guess Bill Burr did have cancer.
He did.
Oh,
it's not and this sounds absolutely insane.
What?
But it's not the worst thing. Like, the worst thing is, like, being numb. Like, cancer...
What do you mean? Like being that person who's going to kill themselves, who gets peace right before they do it? Like what you said earlier? Is that...
No.
That would be a little scary.
The worst thing is when you're, like, don't think you're alive. Like, if you think you're immortal, if you're playing around with the idea that you're going to live forever, or if you just sort of, like, out of a very natural fear of death... convinced yourself that you don't have to ever worry about death or whatever, then your day-to-day existence is one that isn't quite as poignant as someone who like knows they're going to die. If you know you're going to die, then every day becomes...
Well, we all should, because we all do die.
Yeah, but some people just don't believe it. Like before I got cancer, I was like that's why I mentioned it
I'm
to you.
invincible.
Well, I just thought, they're going to invent something. Maybe we'll live forever. I'm
Seriously?
not going to be... Yeah!
I don't want to live forever.
Well, I was entertaining that
I don't
idea.
want to live forever.
That's smart. But, at the time, I was like, I would, like, kick around the idea of, like, I'm not sure death is necessarily...
How old were you when that happened?
It was 2013, so I was... How long ago was that, Brian? That
6 years. 7 years.
7 years ago, so I'm 45 now. So, I don't know. Yeah, 30.
Well, I'm glad you got rid of it. Do you still have to get tested for it and stuff?
I just got the big test, which is like the 5-year test, or
it's like my dad today. He's in Houston right now at MD Anderson.
Yeah,
I pray to God.
That must be stressful.
Pray to God he's all right. I'll be quite frank. When I heard it, I was living in Denver at the time.
What's your dad's name?
Larry Montgomery.
Let's all
hell of a lawyer.
Let's pray for him. Let's all hold hands and pray for him. Well, you have to hold his hand. I mean, we make a circuit here. Well, actually, we can't reach Brian. Brian, that's all right. Don't throw those balls at me.
Lord Jesus, please look after Larry. Please help him. Please help him to realize his son, William Montgomery, is actually on an all right path. Please help him to realize it's all right. He's been working at Kmart for 3 years. Please help him to realize it's all right. I'm into Filipino girls. Please help him to realize I'm sick of Christmas. Please help him to realize I'm over Easter. Please help him to realize...
Wait. Why do you... All these fucking realizations you want your dad to have...
No, I'm kidding, though. When I found out, though, I was living in Denver. I was a dishwasher at a place called Metal Art Kitchen. I went to some after-hours party up all night, which was bad.
We got a special guy on the line for your daddy. You might have to play it regular.
For you. Don't you know that
this is who we're going to have pray for your daddy.
is so concerned about you?
Pastor Kearney Thomas.
No, but basically, my point is
this was my pastor back in...
I mean, you're going through hell right now.
Tupelo,
and you
Mississippi.
Need to work the miracle for you. That God will not only hear, but God will answer my prayers. The prayer of faith for you. For God!
No, but it was horrible. I was living in Denver... Went to some after-hours bar after my bullshit fucking thing about washing dishes. Went to some after-hours bar. And that's you talk about, doing comedy a bunch. I remember one time losing out at a place called Comedy Works. Never advanced past the first round of the comedy competition. And I was in a porta potty holding one of my penis. Just saying to myself, William, you have to keep doing this. If you don't keep doing this, it's gonna be. But literally, some lady at the party giving me a hit of acid, and me getting a phone call from my father later that day on my birthday saying he had cancer. I cried about it. It was horrible.
Yeah, that's
it was horrible. It was horrible.
That call's brutal.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
What'd you do with your penis though? You were like,
he was holding it.
I was
in the porta john.
That's
not the important part of the story, Brian.
Yeah, what are you talking?
You said his dad has cancer. You don't jump back to the thing of the porta. I don't know. What the fuck? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, porta potty.
You want some lotion?
That's awful.
We squirt some lotion on William's cheeks.
Himps. Let's give it up for Himps. That's our sponsor.
It's bad to have... Oh, okay, your sponsor. You shouldn't have lotion in a public space. That's my... I think that's not like a... I don't think that's a rule, but in general, lotion should be saved for a private place.
You think so?
Yeah, you know, in like when in my ketamine phase when we were having big parties, I would like...
How was that? I've never done it.
The best. I would go around with like...
Is it scary? Did you ever get in a K-hole?
Yes.
What is it?
What's
ketamine?
that like?
Ketamine?
Ketamine.
It's a horse tranquilizer.
It isn't. It's
what? I thought that's what it is.
Oh, it's an anesthetic. It's a anesthetic.
Was it
not
fun?
an anesthetic? What do you call it? It's like what they use to make people go to sleep.
Was it fun?
Yeah, that's an anesthetic, anesthesiology.
Yeah.
Was it fun?
But
Anesthesia.
people say, "Oh shit, that's like something you use for animals," but it really is. It's used on humans too. But it's amazing. Yeah, it's an amazing.
And what'd you call it? A K cave?
A K-hole is what they
What
call
is that?
it.
That's when you do enough
You
of
snort
it
too much of
that
it.
you can't move anymore, and time stops, and then you go into an alternate dimension.
For how long?
45 minutes. But it doesn't matter because it feels like forever. And also the really kind of like scary thing about it is not so much that you're in another dimension, it's that you're familiar with the dimension. Like you're like it's new, it's not new.
And what does that mean, do you think?
Well, I think it means that it's the
Do you like acid?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Or shrooms?
I prefer acid if I have to
Me
pick.
too.
How long does
Shrooms
acid
scare
last?
me.
Like
8 hours?
8 hours, 6 to 8.
Acid lasts 6 to 8 hours?
Yeah.
How long do shrooms last?
I think 4 to 6.
Acid sometimes lasts longer though. Sometimes you can get some of that acid. It's like, man, it's like taking like 10 hours.
Yeah, that's too long. That's too long for me to be high.
I agree. Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah, I've got kids now. I don't have time for that. But 45 minutes, you can.
What about microdosing? How long does that last?
Same amount of time, but you're gonna be able to function. You know,
You're at the seafood restaurant. You're getting people's orders.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never experimented with psychedelics.
Really?
Oh my God, do it.
Never will.
Not even
Let's
Molly or
film
anything?
something where we're doing that.
I'm not doing it.
Why not? Are you worried
Because
about what would happen?
Weed makes me too paranoid. So I
Yeah,
can't
don't do it.
Yeah.
The thing
Right, I agree. Don't do it then
Yeah.
if you have that thought. Don't do it.
You know, man, to me, the worst people in the world are the ones when someone's like, I don't want to do psychedelics. And they're like, come on, man. Don't
Right,
you
I
wanna
agree.
see the light? No.
Right,
That-
I agree.
That shit would make me fight you. If I told you I don't do it and don't want to do it and you
Don't
were
do it.
trying to fucking...
Yeah,
Do
right.
it. If your body's telling you don't do a psychedelic, don't do a psychedelic.
Yeah.
Save yourself the hospitalization.
Right.
Save yourself the manic episode. Save yourself the embarrassment. I hate people who pressure people to do psychedelics in the way that they pressure people to drink. It's a totally different
Yeah,
ball of
right.
wax.
They're like, oh, it's wonderful. What I've realized me doing it just makes me totally appreciate how my mind works normally.
Yeah.
Because when I'm doing it, I'm thinking all crazy, and I'm waiting for it to. But it truly makes me appreciate how my mind normally works.
For me, it's the best thing that ever happened to me. But you know, I went to this thing, they have these psychedelic conferences in Berkeley, and all like real doctors are studying it right now because it's very useful for psychiatric disorders. And
Right, you hear about that.
It works for people who are like really suffering for addiction.
Like the Molly.
Yeah,
doesn't
for
that help
PTSD.
people?
Yeah, but
MDMA.
What's that Indian shit? The DMT and the peyote.
DMT, yeah, it's like DMT, ayahuasca. But the point is, if you're not wanting to do a psychedelic, don't do it. Just don't do it. Listen to that. If you're like getting curious about it, you feel called to it. Even then, study it, understand what it is, look at what happens, and then be around someone who's going to take care of you if you go nuts. Because like, you know, one of my friends is a doctor, and I was asking him like, he works sometimes at like psychedelic harm reduction stuff at festivals, and I was like, what's the worst thing you ever saw? Like the worst thing was someone freaking out. And this, he was telling me this is a thing that happens actually a lot, which is people overdose on acid because it's easy to overdose on. Because if you have like liquid LSD, you want to drop on your tongue. But if something goes wrong, the thing breaks, you who knows what, and suddenly you get 500 times the right amount of LSD, you're done. You're done. So this had happened.
For what? Days? Or weeks?
Life, maybe. I don't know.
Right, right.
But so this, he was telling me like what happened. So I don't know if you ever seen movies of somebody with like a head injury.
Well,
right?
like Chariots of Fire?
Is there a head injury in Chariots of Fire?
Yeah, the guy runs really fast. He has a head injury.
I saw one of these like 911 shows where a guy had a head injury.
Rescue 911. I was in that.
I know. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
It's what gave you your big start. But like if you get a head injury, your short-term memory gets wiped. Right. So people with a head injury will keep asking what happened to them over and over and over again because they have no short-term memory. So they're like, "What happened to me?" And you have
Did
to
you ever
tell them.
smoke salvia?
Yeah, it's the worst.
I smoked salvia one time. Horrible nightmare. I was a 10th grader in high school, Memphis University School. Shout out. Memphis, Tennessee.
Congrats.
Hardest class I ever took, 8th grade English class with Mr. Shelton. Rest in peace. But basically, my point, I smoked salvia. All my brain could think after tripping totally hard, horrible nightmare was, did that just happen? And then I would laugh and then just think, did that just happen? Horrible. That's all my brain could think.
You got in the loop.
Scared me to death.
So what'd your friend say? The worst that
So here's what he said. This poor motherfucker comes in with his brother. He has taken approximately 50 hits of acid.
Which I can't imagine. That seems like a ton.
You can't imagine.
I can't imagine.
I can't imagine.
I don't even know what that
imagine.
means.
So what's happening is he will seem like he comes in. It's like they're kind of calming him down. He'll seem to be calming down, and then all of a sudden he'll go, "What is this place? Wait, where am I? Wait, what happened to me?
What is this, Captain D's?
What happened to me?
Is this seafood?"
And then they'll have to like tell him again. Okay, you're high right now. It's okay. They would calm him down. What is this place? Who is this? Where am I again? Yeah. They'd have to.
What is this, Long John Silver's?
His short-term memory's gone, so he's like stuck in a time loop. So then what happens is he fucking runs.
Oh no!
So he runs out. They're like in like a forest at one of these He runs out into the forest full speed. This is like a ripped dude, by the way.
Chariots of Fire.
Yeah, just exactly. They could hear Vangelis. Vangelis starts playing. See, he's running into the woods. They fast, like the way you run when you're like think you're gonna die. Right. So they're chasing after him. They finally find him. He's like at a creek or something. He's throwing his face into rocks, trying to knock his own teeth out.
Oh my god!
And then he went away in an ambulance. But like, they had to like hold him, and then they had to restrain him and
God,
ship
can you
him
imagine
up.
being in the hospital that fucked up?
Well, I think the good news is once you get somebody like that high, you can
They have medicine there.
You can put them down. I don't think they have medicine for acid, but you can definitely like
knock them out.
Like
take them
offline,
just knock them out.
But fuck, that's bad. Like that's not.
I used to know a
go
guy
away.
that I used to know a guy that would like take like 20 hits of acid. Like he was just a psycho, and he burned his brain. Like he's retarded now. He works at a fast food place, and he's just like,
yeah.
And he used to be super smart.
The thing is, you have to listen to your body, and if your body's telling you no psychedelics, that to me, I think that I would be sad if I didn't get to take psychedelics, but I like them.
So can people? Is it easier to? You can't overdose on shrooms. Is that what I heard?
You can. You would have to eat.
REDBAN, to get the camera
a
off.
garbage bag full of them, basically, and LSD is the same way. Like it would be an incredibly difficult thing to OD on them, but you could theoretically overdose on mushrooms, but you'd have to eat so much. Like they're relative as far as like.
So why is acid better than shrooms?
For me, that's a personal thing. Many people like shrooms more.
But
than
I'm in
acid.
the same position. I was with old Erica over there. We took some mushrooms, got really introspective. Like to a degree where I was like, what am I doing? And everything's generally fine, but I was
mushrooms.
like,
my body cramps. I don't like it. Like I have a like
scared the
weird
shit
reaction
out of
to
me.
it. Yeah. I get like Charlie horses on it.
If I do anything, I microdose.
But also that's the way to start. Like the other weird thing about psychedelics is
But I feel like if you take like a hit, I've only ever taken 2 like of good stuff, and I'm tripping my balls off. But I'm just thinking, Like if I take one hit, I want two because it's fun. I totally enjoy it.
You know, but that great Bill Hicks joke, it's a funny fucking joke about like someone dying from jumping off a building because
that's who I tried to say earlier, who died of cancer.
Yeah, pancreatic. Yeah,
that's scary. How old was he?
I'm not sure. His late material though, it's not really that funny.
It becomes
like very political, but
which I don't like.
His early stuff's good, but he gets really like. He's not making jokes anymore. He's just talking about the New World Order. But like he's got a great joke, which is like somebody on acid jumped off a building to try to fly. He's like, if you can fly, why don't you start from the fucking ground? Why are you going to the top of it?
Yeah, right.
Exactly. He's like, you don't see ducks in elevators. Like go to the top of a building. You know. But yeah, to me, like with psychedelics. Why are people like we? Because
why do we do them? Why do we like them?
Because of the prohibition, we don't even know how to do them. Because no one understands. Like with.
But why do we like them? I wonder.
I think the reason we like them is because it can become really intense to be stuck in your own identity, and psychedelics take you out of your identity.
You know what I think when I do it?
What?
I think, thank you, Lord Jesus Christ, for how my brain works normally. It's so perfect how my mind works normally. Yeah. But I love doing the psychedelics. I love it. I get real weird doing them. But it just makes me appreciate how my mind works normally.
You like a break from your identity. It's a vacation from your mind.
You could say that, like me going down to Destin, Florida. PCB 06, Panama City Beach 06. Drinking natural lights.
Galaxy Cat.
Remember this?
How could I forget this?
I forgot all about this. I love it. The effects that you used to do on this too, and you used to do this all yourself. This used to be a show.
No, we had a person.
But you did a lot.
What is this? Is this something you were on?
This was a thing on Fuel TV that me and my friend Brian Jarvis did called Galaxy Cabin Log.
Were you on the left or the right?
That's Joey Diaz. Fisherman.
Hey, you Red? That's right, you hillbilly. You couldn't castrate a cow if your life depended on you, bum. You couldn't even milk meat with these nice little cute udders. You're a loser. You're a redneck, hillbilly, mountain goat, eating frog, lizard, bum.
Who is that?
Joey Diaz. Cutie.
Who is that?
Brian Jarvis.
And Burke, you call yourself a space commander. You couldn't defend the rainbow. Look at you. What the hell are you laughing? You can't even milk a cow, you're so dumb. Don't you ever look at me like that. I'll rip that beard off.
What the hell? I don't remember.
Loser, backward, possum. What the hell are you looking at, Commander of the Faith? You look like a little sissy on steroids that backfired. Look at you. What am I going to do with you?
It's getting hot in here.
And what are you laughing about,
So
country
dumb.
boy?
I love
You can't
it.
build a cabin. You can never build a cabin. You had no talent to build a cabin. You say your grandfather invented cabins. He was a bum just like you. He couldn't put together a tent.
And Joey Diaz is floating in somebody's neck cavity after.
Sticks and stones may
Shut
break.
up, hillbilly boy. You weak like your grandfather always was. Weak. That's why I'm in his neck. That's why I live here. And every day I punch his tonsils. And I piss on his throat. And I scratch his eyeballs from behind. And I hope you feel that.
Knock it off, Red. I've got an idea.
This show is so good. Me and my friend did.
It's working. Keep blowing.
I'm getting him. But I'm getting that ring. If it's the last thing I do.
Another granddaddy. Another $1.
What did they used to call you now?
Now don't you start.
How about another game of roundabout?
Okay, I believe we're at 41-4, partner.
I'm due for a win.
We'll see about that, you old dog.
You still talk to Jarvis?
Yeah.
Yeah. How's he doing?
What's he
Great.
up to?
He's doing great, man.
You have a new show coming out soon. It was just announced, so I'm allowed to talk about it, right?
Yeah.
With I can't wait for this.
Pendleton
have you guys seen
Ward
this? Yeah.
on Netflix. Yeah, Midnight
nice.
Gospel.
Yeah, it's
Sponsored
right
by
here.
Sprite.
And I love the art, how the art style looks like the old Adventure Time cartoons. Have they released a trailer yet or
Nope.
anything for it? When
Coming soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's
We're working on that.
There's not a release date yet, or
No.
I can't wait to watch this, man.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, man. I mean, Pendleton is a genius, so it was really cool to get to work with him, and he's just a miraculous human. I got really lucky that he listened to my podcast and did this show with me.
Yeah. I was there the first time he did stand-up comedy at the Steve Allen Theater or something like that.
He talks about when he tried comedy a few times.
Yeah.
That's the first time, may have been one of the only times.
Oh, really?
But yeah, he talks about that sometimes. He tried comedy, and sometimes he's like, oh, I'm going to try it again someday. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a picture of him from that night.
He's so funny, too. He could definitely do it if he wanted to.
Yeah, he was really good his first time. It was great.
Yeah, he's really, really funny, and he's like funny in a stand-up comic way, which is cool, which is why we got along.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait, man. I think it's going to be
Thanks,
awesome.
Brian.
Yeah, man, it's about that time, though.
Yeah. You guys are awesome. Thank you for letting me be on the show. This is like the
Thank you
best
for
time
being
I've
on
had
it.
in ages. Thank you so much. This is a blast. You guys are awesome.
So, Duncan, how we end the podcast is always with a freestyle, and you got to start the freestyle because you're our guest.
Don't fuck this
Like
up.
an actual rap?
Yeah, let's go, bro. Here it is.
That's such a dark ambush.
Yeah, let's get it, Duncan.
Come on.
Hey.
Okay, wait. I have to. Where's the beat? Doesn't
You
it
hear it?
I don't hear any beat.
It's coming.
Okay, yeah. Oh, this. I could do this. Yeah, I wasn't sure that was going to be this one. Okay, good. Pitbull chewed off my dick, but I don't care. Gonna live forever like a monkey's underwear. Bang me down, gorilla. Bang me down, gorilla. Need to fuck. Don't care if it's a chimpanzee. Swipe left, do it up. I don't know. That's something. I never rap. I listen to the Grateful Dead.
I've been working at Kmart for 6 years now. I sort of don't care when I crashed my car into a light pole 2 weeks ago. It turned into a burning wreck of metal.
You can't just like, you don't have to fucking rhyme. I didn't know that. I would have done that. Wait, let me go again.
Go again.
A volcano. Gravel. Look at the yard. There's grass there. I guess one day it may grow. And there's the sky above. Yeah, right.
I'm really excited to be here tonight. I've been here tonight. I was here tonight yesterday. Here tonight.
What a dark trap you lure people like us into, man. You just sit there and don't do anything and let us embarrass ourselves. It's the best thing ever.
Yeah. All right, out here. Chilling with my boy Duncan Trussell. Show on Netflix. It's all about the muscle. He show you that he got the hustle. Come from West Hollywood. All the way to the valley is good. Live in my neighborhood. I do what I could. Cause I got Duncan Trussell. Duncan Trussell. He rep by Russell. He wear a lot of t-shirts. It's bustles. I'm about to go to work. About to go to work. I might have to twerk. I hope I can get off early cause my throat hurt me. I wanna get off early. I work at the comedy store. I even check IDs at the door. But I don't do security work because I gotta do my homework. David Lucas is the best comedian. All you hoes better be the end. We about to get out of here. I got Captain Underwear. REDBAN Studios. I do this shit cause I got a lot of hoes. Groupie hoes and chuckle fuckers. I do this shit, I like a lot of mustard. Honey mustard on my chicken fingers when I ride. I do this shit, I come from the east side. David Lucas, the best in the west. Do this shit, I put your ass to the test. Wear bulletproof vest when I shoot at you. I do this shit cause I like a lot of shoes. Beat 2019, now we in 2020. Visine, see me, I'm Visine, cause we got clear vision all year. We about to do this shit, brothers in Cursive. REDBAN at DEATHSQUAD Studios. Y'all know what's up. Thank you, Duncan Trussell, for coming on our show.
What a pleasure. Yeah, thanks for having me. Y'all are
and
awesome.
the brothers in Cursive.
That was great.
Thank you, REDBAN. Play that shit, DJ.
I gotta go pee really bad.
Are we really brothers?
Brother in Cursive.
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 Are we really brothers?
What'd you tell him?
Yeah.
Brothers in Cursive.
William Montgomery. Brothers in Cursive.
Brothers in Cursive.
David Lucas. William Montgomery. Brothers in Cursive.
Brothers in Cursive.
Brothers in Cursive. That's sort of fun, I guess. I don't know what it means.
Either you get it or you don't.
Hey, REDBAN, can we start all of this over?
Bro, what? Brothers in Cursive.